up, everyone? What's up? Welcome to OneFaith. I'm your host, T. We have my boy Marcus here, and today we have a very, very special guest. I told you we have some surprises up our sleeve. This has been in the works for a minute. I initially reached out to you, Tim. It was back in April, March. And man, I was just mind blown. I was like, dude, what's going on? He was like, hey, we can do this thing. Let's interview. Let's do this. I was like, what?
Let's make it happen.
And I was just like, what? This is crazy. And I hit my boy Marcus. He was like, bro, let's do it. And so we rolled with it.
Yes, sir.
And God, here we are. We have comedian Tim Shropshire on OneFaith with us this morning. How you doing?
We in here, baby. We rocking, baby. We good.
Man, so this is some good stuff, man, because it's funny. I told my boy that I had a surprise for him, and you one of his favorite comedians. And it's funny because he was texting me right before we went live. He was like, all right, bro, when y'all gonna go live? What's going on?
Like, come on now. What's up,
like, bro, just chill. We coming. We got you. So, bro, man, I'm excited to have you on, and I'm definitely, I'm honored to have you here. You are one of my favorite comedians as well. I remember when I started watching you was way back when you were, I think it was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, kind of when you first got started out. And you did it was your birthday. You did the video where you're getting your hair cut and you started shouting in the chair.
He been good. He's still been good to me.
It was like, it's my birthday. And that ever since that video, bro, I've been like rocking with you hard ever since because I just love and admire what you do. And I saw that you've done a lot over the past few years. I think you went out to California and did one of the stand-up things with Kev on stage, right?
Yep, we did that during the pandemic during November. That was really dope. So yeah, man.
Yeah, so man, he's been all over the place, man.
Yeah, he's on another level. You know?
Yeah, he's on another level.
Yes, sir.
He's on another level.
And we
God is going to continue to take him on to greater heights and deeper depths and more levels. So I mean, I'm excited, and I thank God that you're here with us today. So, with that being said, we're gonna jump right into it because I don't want to parlay and I don't want to take too much of your time. And I know you're a very busy man. You know, you got kids and you got a family, the wife, and and the worship and
marriage ministry worship.
Marriage ministry, it goes down. The marriage bed is undefiled. But
yes, sir. Lord have mercy. Oh, bless his name.
So I want to jump right into it. Yeah. If you could just walk us through your background and just let us know, your history, your story, and how did you get started on this comedic journey?
Man, background story. Born and raised Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm a military kid. Home of pastors. My grandfather was a pastor of the church in South Carolina. Aunts and uncles, all pastors, and the whole nine. And so raised up with that deep-rooted church background. I was the kid that was the only kid at Bible study, and you had that long table and everybody giving their testimonies, and they couldn't fish on Wednesday night for the Bible study. That's my world. Church, Lord Baptist Church in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Went to college at A&T and went there on a football scholarship. And when I lost my scholarship, I said, Lord Jesus, pray for the Eagles. Going into my second year, I got hurt. This is 2006. Oh, wow. Yeah. So going into my second year, coming off of like rookie of the year, football was my everything at that time. I get hurt. And I'm out 5 games. I don't know how to handle it because this is the first time I'm ever away from my baby, which is football, like my love. And that's when I was going to class, but I stopped doing work. Went from a 3.1 GPA to a 1.4 GPA. Lost my scholarship, and for that whole year, that's when I was like broken. And I had 2 decisions. I had a decision to make was to party my life away or embrace something deeper and more meaningful. And when I did that, I said, that's when I got really invested into God and just kind of like surrendered into Him. In that process, that's when I discovered comedy. Discovered comedy in a way of like doing it as I wouldn't say a potential career, but like really getting into it. I was always comical, making friends and my peers laugh, but I never thought about getting on stage, and that's when God started dealing with me. Was like, I got something even better than football, and I want you to do this. And He showed me a vision of me on stage. There was a lower deck of people and an upper deck of people. I'm holding a mic, wearing a black suit with a white shirt. And He said, stand-up comedy. That's what I want you to do. Clear as day. I couldn't run from it. It was the most. It was real.
Yeah.
And He confirmed it after I kept on getting. I would get 2 calls to do a show every month for an entire year. No business card, no website, no nothing. I would just get 2 random. I knew it would probably be the 27th of the month. And I ain't got no call. All of a sudden 2 calls are coming. It was the weirdest thing for an entire year. And we started rolling the comedy. And that was and we got full-fledged in about 2008, 2009. And we've been rocking with stand-up since then. And we've been hitting these videos for the last 4 years. And we've been seeing a shift, man. So it's been dope, bro.
Man, to God be the glory.
Yes,
so I know you talked about how football was your baby and you started the comedy thing. But at what point did you just, ask yourself, I'm gonna go all in with this thing, I'm just gonna jump in with both feet and I'm just gonna, see where this takes me.
Well, I had 2 moments, almost 3. 2014 is when I was 2014. I was working at A&T. I'd been working with them for 5 years. I was a recruiter, and I felt that it was to the point where I couldn't even focus at work. I had so much content in my head that, it was like, I was like, I got to do this. And I felt like the only reason I was not committing or immersing my entire self was because I was divided, because I was here doing this and doing that. And so talked about it, prayed about it. And this is when the I don't know if you all remember the jump video from Steve Harvey. Like this when it was at its prime. Boy, it came to my phone at the wrong time. I'm like, I'm about to jump out. I'm about to jump. And so the whole message was, if you never jump, your parachute will never open.
Yeah.
And so I said, man, let's go for it. And so I jumped. It was crazy. I left my job, not advising anybody to leave your job. I look back on it, there's a way I could have worked that thing a little bit better. I could have just thugged it out and did my shows on the week. You really only doing shows on Saturday, Shrop. You don't need a whole week. Lord Jesus, pray for me in my family. But the thing was, that's when I really got immersed into it. It made me man up, made me get serious, and made me really brand it as a business. I had it as a business, but it really made me just kind of really all in. And then, then I was like, okay, we gonna get us a job. Let go back. We tripping. So we did that, but 2 years went by again, and this was like 2017, 2018. I worked for like another year and a half, and I was like, nah. Let's go. And that's when the video started taking off.
Wow.
I was praying to God. I said, God, up until I'll probably say up until like 2016, 17, I was doing like a lot of North Carolina events. I did if you turn 80 and you live in North Carolina, I probably did your birthday party. I was booked for everybody grandma birthday party. I was booked for I was booked for everybody family reunion. Like that was my thing. Boy, I promise you I did so many family reunions. I'm talking drunk uncle on the front row. we got fish in the back. You good? We got fish in the back now. I did everybody family reunion. So I was like, Lord, I thank you for the opportunity. Lord, I love Greenville, North Carolina. I love Sanford, North Carolina. But Lord, I want to see Texas. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I want to see New York, Jesus. And so I said, Lord, I want to be an international, national and international comedian. I want to travel the world. And that's what I kept on saying. That was my prayer. The whole time he's telling me, He's telling me the answer, but I didn't know it was the answer to my prayer. Wow. He said, make videos. He's been telling me for 2 years. The reason why I was saying no to making videos was because I was fearful of the response I was going to get from people. Wow. And I didn't want to feel the rejection. I'm a grown man. I pay my bill. I got kids. I don't need to be looking crazy online. Like, what's this grown man doing? Cutting what? It don't make sense. Right. All that was going through my mind. So for literally for 2 years, I disobeyed the voice that I kept on hearing. Wow. And it was that simple. Make videos. So, man, I'm in church on Sunday and the pastor preaching. He said, the answer to a lot of your prayers, he said, you're running from the answer. So y'all praying for something, but you're running from the answer. And I knew what it was. Man, I went home. I made a video. And that's when I made the chicken wing video about my daughter. I made that video. Yeah. And up until then, I really ain't had no traction with no videos. And I did kind of make like 2, 3 videos that kind of got a little few numbers, and I thought that was meant me being obedient. This was the one, and I posted it, and it never went out. It kept on like loading, it kept on spinning. So I was like, man, see, Lord, I tried to make a video. The internet don't even want me to make a video. Right. The internet don't want me to make a video. The internet don't want this, Lord. Right. And I went to bed, woke up the next morning, checked Facebook, just chilling. I see the video does like 1,000 views. I was like, whoa, 1,000 for me at the time was good overnight. Right. Yeah. I shared it one time. This is the middle of the day. That night it was 10,000. I was like, whoo. So again, this is the end. This is Monday now. So Tuesday rolled down. The Monday night rolls around. It's 500,000. Wow. Tuesday hits is 1.5. And then I get a call, and then it's a call from. They're from Pittsburgh. It was like, hey, yo. I'm like, how y'all get my number? But okay, it was like, we just got through planning our pastoral anniversary, but we missing one thing. I was like, okay, man, what's up? They said, we missing you. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, man, we got to go on and how much you charge and all nine. And so she said, I asked her, I was like, man, how did you find me? She said, man, it's this chicken wing video floating around. And so I was like, oh, shoot. And I think I may have put my number at the bottom of the little post or something on my website or something. And they booked me. Boom. Friday rolls around. It's 3.3 million. I get a call from Vegas. Vegas called. They're like, yo, we gonna fly you and your wife out to this marriage conference. Like, man, how y'all find me? They was like, man, we've been seeing this chicken wing video. And I'm like, yo, you hilarious. I was like, what? Man, I checked my emails, bro. Boy, I had 35 booking requests from all over the country. Good. I'm talking about from Jacksonville, Florida, New York. Wow. I was like, all because of them. And God was like, told you. Right. Oh, like, he said, if you just listen to me, he said, I already got this thing worked out. Just make videos. Just make the content. I'll do the rest. You don't know this is a seed. So I was like, oh, shoot. And so, yeah, man, that's what kicked it. And it just started growing from there, man. It was ridiculous, man. Man, when you were talking, like, what literally dropped in my spirit was like how God would use the foolish things to confound the wise. And like he uses the foolishness of the things that we think that, this is just foolish. But in your story, he used comedy. He used that chicken wing video. Come on. Who would have thought like a chicken wing would take off and would propel you to what God has called you to do? Dude, I'm speaking on so many different people. It's a seed, man. It's like a seed. Like your obedience is a seed, man. And so it's put into the ground. You never know what it will grow up to be. You know, that one bit of obedience. This is 2017 we're talking about. I just met somebody the other day. The reason why I have a production video today is because of the seed from 2017. Wow. Like they're saying, yo, I'm giving you everything, all access to all that we have. It was like, yo, because we love that. They was meeting with me yesterday. It was like from the chicken wing video. I'm like, not the other 100 videos we done made in between. They still remember that one. I'm like, bruh. Wow. I'm like, okay, all right, let's rock. So you just never know what God will use, man. Just be faithful, you know. So that's what I'm learning, bro. That's what I'm realizing. Like, That's what it's all about.
That's big, man.
Yeah,
that is big,
man. That's big.
I love it, man. It's inspiring first and foremost, man, because a lot of people are going to see this because people are hesitating right now, you know, in what they want to do because they're so focused on working that 9 to 5. And God is telling them, just go for it. Just go for it. Go for it.
And it's a way you can do it. It's like, you know, and it's nothing wrong with rocking a 9 to 5. Only thing I would have did different, I would just woke up earlier. You know, I didn't know that. You know, so you know, rock your 9 to 5. You know, kill it, but don't do a 9 to 5 and then go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Like do your 9 to 5 and also do your 4 to 7.
Yeah,
you got to do it in the morning and do your you got to put the kids in. Do your 10 to 12 at night. You got to put it in. You got to at least put them 2 hours in, whatever it is. So we ain't saying quit your job, man. You need to have a little nest egg. Hello, somebody. Some things happens in waves, but at the same time, you're wrong for building someone else's dream and you ain't building your dream.
Yeah.
So like you gotta hit it. Like you missing out. So that's the biggest thing. That's the thing I'm teaching my kids as well too. Entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship doesn't mean that you ain't willing to work with nobody, but you have some type of concept that you're building. You got to be building some type of empire every single day. And so my biggest goal is to create a better world for my family because my kids live in the world that I create for them.
Come on.
God can want so much for me, but they're going to live in the world that I create for them. So yeah, man, you got it. Whatever it is, everybody got something inside of them.
Come on.
And if it's not inside of you, you're supposed to tag on to someone who got it or serve and help someone, like whatever it is, like a team or whatever it is. But yeah, there's something, because you can't leave or allow your family's destiny and put it in someone else's hand.
Come on.
My buddy was working for this company 11 years. I mean, phenomenal. They had just promoted him. Well, something happened with the company overseas and shifted something here, and they let him go like a month later. They didn't ask him how his kids were doing. They asked how was it. Man, nah, they didn't. They just said, "Man, we gonna give you the severance package, and it's a wrap." You know what I'm saying? So so I think the only person that can fire me right now is me.
Come on,
you know.
Woo!
And so the thing of it, now that could be scared now too, because I can fire myself now. But the same. But truth is, But the beauty of it is being in this potential, being in this position, and I know we ain't asked about all this. I told we're going to talk about a lot. I'll be talking too much. But being in this position that I am, I handle or I determine my earning potential.
That's it.
That's
powerful. Jesus.
And so whereas I can work on my job, I can work 60 hours in a week and I can still make the same thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm all right. So y'all got me. I'm an open book. So I make $2,500 a month working at A&T. I was doing $2,500 a month. That's my check. That's what I was getting. One of the easiest things about leaving the job was like when God bigger than $2,500.
Come on.
I was like, man, I trust him. I put it like this. I ended up doing an event after I left my job, and I was working with A&T for 5 years. My last check, I wish I had it right here. Guess what my check was when I went to go speak and perform? It was for the check that come on, man.
Your last
check. How I did what it took 30 days to do.
Wow.
From the same people who hired me. Come on, man. So it was God. God was just showing me, like, you handle your earning potential, and you put it in. It's when you start believing in yourself, you unlock so many doors.
Come on.
And so now I used to work for A&T. Now A&T is one of my clients. Wow. From speaking to stand up to consulting, boom. And so it's so God was just showing, man, just rock out, man. So,
man,
yeah,
this is good stuff,
man.
Everybody, we are with comedian Tim Shropshire, man. This dude is an inspiration. He is dropping nuggets early this morning at 9 o'clock. I mean, he is dropping nuggets, and it's funny because you had started posting some videos with you dropping nuggets and doing things early in the morning. recently, and like I think we just hitting the prime hours of when God talks to you. And
right.
Hey, early morning.
Right.
Yeah, man. I did it for my buddy challenged me, and I did it for 4 weeks straight. And I said, man, this thing revved me up, man. I said, now I said, I ain't gonna put no more out until I become those words. And so I said, man, because I was really doing it because I'm looking at my phone, so I'm doing the video, holding my phone, doing the video. But I see myself, I don't see nobody else. So I'm really talking to myself and say, so you all would just get into, the crumbs from it. Sure. But I was really encouraging myself. And so, and I've been using that just to kind of fuel me, everything that I said and fuel me to where I am right now.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Amazing. So I want to ask, you spoke on a little bit, especially like with your call, like you knew that comedy was your thing because you had that dream and God showed you. And for many people, you may have a dream and God will show you exactly what you need to do, but you kind of hesitant on it. And as he said, you just got to take that leap. But what really inspired you to just go? Who is your inspiration? I would say, who is your inspiration? I know you said Steve Harvey video made you quit your job and everything.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey had a whole bunch of people quitting their job.
Like, Steve, I need alone, Steve.
Right. But who inspired you the most to just go?
I guess it boiled down to me, family, man. That's my biggest inspiration. I'll be wrong to say another man inspired me when I got four kids looking in my eyes. And
come on,
if that can't inspire you, I don't know what will.
Sure.
And again, I'm just like you guys. I'm inspired by a lot of different things, videos. I listen to Eric Thomas a lot. In my field, I like your comedians and your Jamie Foxx and your Ricky Smiley's. Again, that's their thing. But in my home, dude, that inspires me more than anything, man. My wife, she inspires me. My wife grinding. Like my wife a nurse, bro. Like I know what my wife make. I know what my wife do at her job. She'd have had patients. I mean, she delivered babies and all this and had, stuff. You know how it happened in the hospital. And she come home and I see the check that come in. I can walk on stage.
Yeah.
And I'll say, if that don't inspire you, your wife in life and death situations, if that don't inspire you to get up early and grind, like, man, you see what they putting out. You see what they doing.
Yeah.
Like, and so I want the best world for my kids. What inspires me in so many different ways is I look at, it's not even the money part. It's like, what am I leaving behind for my children as far as even content?
Yeah.
What if something happened to me today? What if something happened to me tomorrow, next week? That's all they will know of what I produce. They will say, my son, if he want to go into comedy, I don't want him to have to go to another man for a blueprint. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But if daddy was doing it, he's going to see like, man, daddy was a beast at this thing.
Yeah.
Daddy created content like this. Yeah. If I was to speak, whatever. So I look at the line of work that I leave behind for them. I'm teaching them how to go after their craft. From the financial part, I realized that it really is on me. My wife told me, she looked at me and she said, you're the one that's going to shift it. She was like, only again, going back to entrepreneurship. She said, I don't care how dope of a nurse I am or whatever, or how much I study. It's a cap. It's a cap.
Yeah.
If it's 40,000 to 60,000, 80, it's a cap.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that you are in the position to where you can, and she said, Shrop, I want you to see that. I want you to see that. You're in a position to where you can do, like, take us to a whole nother level. And we're not talking about something that so we can just be in the Bahamas with our feet up. We're talking about being able to be in position to provide generational wealth, help other people, help ourselves, live the best life we can live, So a lot of times what we praying for is already in us. So yeah, bro, it's that's another inspiration right there for me, man. When I look at my kids, when I look at my son, when I look at my wife on that delivery table, what I'm saying, having those babies, being there for all four of those babies. and naturally, like pushing them babies out. Like, boy, if that don't make you push, like she push out life, and like you can't push out some time into your craft.
Come on,
it's real.
So, man, I got enough motivation in this house to lift a room. You know what I'm saying? So, and I see that, and but I do have some tangible things as well, like my father, my mother, support. That's inspiration. When people rock with you, when I'm about to do this like 5-city tour, and I was going to wait till my numbers kind of double or triple. Like I was like, so I can maximize on the road. And I said to myself, I was like, let's go ahead and do like a little 5 joint now. Call it, and I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna call it the Something Light Tour, because it's gonna be something light. And it's doing like 5 cities. And I said, man, go ahead and do a show now for the people who are rocking with you now. And I said, because in a year or two, everybody gonna be rocking with you.
Right.
I said, man, see who your real ones are now, and love on the people who've been rocking with you for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying? So do something for them. And then circle back and do it again. But I'm inspired by people who believe in me now. That means everything, man. Like, you don't have to share a video. You don't have, I get so many messages every day, white, black, men, women, kids, whatever. You never know what people are going through, and they send these messages, and that thing inspiring, man. Yeah. It pushes you, let you know that you're onto something, that you're doing something right. So that's, I got many motivations, but the biggest one is fam, man. It's
wow. Fam. That's powerful, bro. That you blessing me, bro. And you're a comedian, and you're blessing me real good, man, with this story, because man, the way you view things and how you're going about things, it's a blessing to hear this. Especially, and I don't mean no shade, but as a black man.
Yeah. You already know.
Black man, you're not allowing anything to stop you, man.
You can't, man. You can't, man. We got people depending on us, bro.
Yes, for sure.
Right. You're right. And before you go forth, Mark, is like you said something that was key, and I was literally having the same conversation with my wife. It's like the reason why I'm doing OneFaith and the things of the ministry and things of that nature is because I'm leaving nuggets. I'm leaving stuff for my kids. I'm leaving the trail. I want my kids to see that you can do whatever you put your mind to. You can have your dreams. You can have your vision. You can do that. All you got to do is put forth the work. If Daddy can do it, and you see what I'm doing, all you have to do is follow my footsteps. And I'm going, like you said, I'm gonna give you the blueprint. I'm gonna give you what you need to succeed.
Come on.
But like you said, if anything happens, then I want them to see that Daddy was out here doing the work of the Lord. Daddy was out here doing what he said that he was doing. He was legit in his efforts. Nobody can say a negative thing. If they do, check me. Like, that's what I want to do. And I commend you for that. I commend you for that.
That's everything.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir, man. I'm enjoying this very much. But my question, I have a couple questions for you, man, because you mentioned the chicken wing video and you just took off.
Yeah.
And integrity is big, especially as a Christian man of God as well, man. So, your career took off, which is great. But tell me, how did you maintain, your integrity as far as your material and not cussing? What was that like going into a comedic world that is full of, in the entertainment world, you gotta cuss funny in some instances, but what made you hold on to that integrity as a man of God?
Man, I be cussing all the time, man. Y'all just don't be posting.
You're crazy.
I put it on my Black Planet site.
Okay.
No, man. It's simple. I get that question a lot. And again, let me tell you, there are a lot of cats. I ain't throwing nobody in the bus, but there are a lot of cats that do have a clean set, and they kind of still rock a different lifestyle. And for me, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I'm just saying I'm open book. I am what you see. You know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get from me. So I don't know no other way. You know what I'm saying? So they were like, man, how do you go on stage and not cuss? I said, because I don't cuss. Now, I understand if I be cussing and I got to like mute it when I get on stage, But like again, like I just don't. That don't make me. But I also realize too that don't make me better.
Yeah,
You know, because yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I could have integrity on that part. But I could be jacked up on the finances part.
Sure.
I could be, you know, I could be slick in my business, you know, deals, you know.
Right.
So I don't want people to feel like it's one sided, like, okay, you got it because you don't cuss. But I do get that question a lot, and I never looked at. So I grew up in, I didn't really grow up in comedy. I did watch the Sinbads, and that's because my mom and dad were watching Sinbad, but I never was watching comedy. Now I did watch Keenan and Kel when I was young, and I was like, man, I told me my brother, like, bro, we can do that. So, but it was never that point where, you know, some people like, I saw Richard Pryor, and I was like, that's what I want to do. I saw Eddie Murphy, that's what I want to do. I ain't really do that. So I was like, man, I was trying to play football.
Right.
So I didn't really know the backstory in comedy. I didn't know the backstory in stand-up. So I didn't really know that until I started studying it. I didn't really realize, you know, people always looked at comedy as people being vulgar, like using profanity, you know, talking about sex, all that, you know, was like the center point of their jokes. Like the cuss word was the thing that put the joke to the, you know, over the edge, that make it like, you know, make that joke go from a 6 to an 8. You know, because you say, you know, you say that, it kind of make that joke, you know, it do though sometimes, you know, like, but you know, you said that thing hit, you know, but I never looked at it as that's what I had to do on stage, you know, and I think I learned that when I was 10th grade. I was running track, and they said I was skipping because I was going so slow. And I was running the 400. It was a 4x4, and it is 2-part. One, I found out I could make people laugh, and also I found out I didn't have to cuss. But we got on the bus. You know, all the singers were joking on me because, you know, I ain't really do too well on that 4x4. So they was like, man, you was skipping around that track, and they were laughing. And so the guy who said it, he was doing like the hurdle, like the 110 hurdles, but he happened to like clip one of the hurdles and kind of trip up and fall. So when he said you were skipping around that track, I said, well, you couldn't skip over that hurdle. And when I said, the whole bus was like, oh, and I was like, oh, what's going on? And so I was like, oh, I gotta come up with another one. And so I cussed in my next one, and they laughed again. I can't remember what I said, and one of the guys was like, yo, boy, I ain't know you was so funny. You was quiet over there in the back of the bus, man. You funny, boy. And man, I ain't know you cuss. Who even says it like that?
Right. Yeah.
But it was like, man, I ain't know you cuss. And I was like, oh yeah, man, I always be cussing. And it was so awkward. Ain't the way he called it out. But it checked me. It was like, one, you funny. Two, you don't gotta cuss to be funny.
Yeah.
Man, be you. You can be you and win. Yeah. And so honestly, man, I get that question a lot, man. How do you not cuss on stage? I mean, because I don't cuss when I stump my toe. You know, I don't cuss when I get, you know, pulled over in traffic, or, you know, almost clipped in traffic, whatever. So it's not saying it ain't in me. Probably is in there somewhere, you know. But it's not my second form of language.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to like talking vulgar, I mean, respect. I think about my wife, you know, again, I'm a man of one wife, you know, so I ain't gonna tell you all like we doing, you know, but I will talk about it. I feel like if clean comedy, I could talk about any subject and it's clean. And again, I'm crazy. Now you can't judge me on everything, because I'm probably gonna talk about everything, you know, but I'll probably do it in probably a tactful way. So prime example, we're down in I posted a video the other day, like we're down in Atlanta. And so, you know, the food reviews been going well, been doing food reviews, all that good stuff. So Magic City, they had already hit me at Magic City. If y'all don't know, if y'all stay in church, but for the fellas that go to church on Sunday, but also work through the week, you know about a place called Magic City down in Atlanta. Magic City is the premier strip club in Atlanta.
Come on.
So they saw one of the videos of me eating chicken, another chicken wing video. I think I had a chicken wing video that went viral again last year. So it was crazy. And so they hit me up and they were like, yo, come through for lunch. And I was like, I was like, Magic City. I said, this Magic City, Magic City. They was like, the one and only. I said, oh, Jesus. I said, the biggest strip club in America. And so the whole thing about Magic City is like, hey, you know, or just Atlanta, period, is the lemon pepper wings. Like, hey, we known for lemon pepper wings. We the home of the lemon pepper wings. But truth is, Magic City Strip Club got the best lemon pepper wings. So I'm like, oh, shoot, Lord, Jesus. So I was like, you know, it'll be fun. I said, let's go up in there. I was like, but I'm putting a blindfold on, and I'm only there for the wings. Like, no, you ain't gonna do that. I was like, I'm only there for the wings. And so when I was joking and I would do it. When they saw I was in Atlanta this past weekend, they hit me up again. You coming through for lunch? I said, yeah, I'm coming on under one condition. I said, I got a blindfold on. They said, say less. And they was like, man, you only got to do a review. We just love your content. Wow. How y'all love my content? That little country boy, Christian kid. You know, you love my content. Like, man, we love your content. We just want to feed you. I was like, man, y'all trying to set me up so Diamond can come and talk to me. And I was, you know, I already know. I pulled up. They were like, man, go see Juju. Juju. I said, Juju sound like a dancer. I'm nervous. I said, oh, shoot. I said, here we go, Lord. And so I pull up. They got me in the VIP spot. The guy was like, oh, you can't park there. I was like, well, I'm supposed to see a man named, no, I said, I didn't know it was a guy. But I was like, I'm supposed to see a guy, someone named Juju. He was like, oh, Juju. Oh, pull on up. You good. You good. Juju come out. Juju is the owner's son. He come out. He like, nah, we got you. Let's go. They had my blindfold ready for me, everything. And so we made the video. And I was like, man, only here for when it's like, man, we put all the dancers up. We good. You know what I'm saying? They to the side. Don't even worry about you good. I like, nah, I still ain't taking this mask off. I don't care what y'all say.
I know that's right.
But we went there. We did the video. And I was amazed at people was like, yo, that is you. And then he even said, I was like, many guys coming here saying they coming just for the wings. You was the only person to literally come here for the wings. I said, I ain't get less. I said, I got to answer to Jesus and so that video took off. But I was like, from an integrity point, going back to that was, you know, I feel like, you know, it was edgy, but I was like, I made it work for me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right. So we going to Magic City. We got to do it on my terms.
Yeah.
All right. Because it's that controversy. It's a strip club. It's a strip club. How can you make this funny and still shine too?
Yeah, come on.
So it's like, and your light shine the same way. It's like, man, like you walk up in there like, yo, do you really? And it was like, Buddy really left. Buddy didn't stay around and try to get nobody number. Nah, I got my wings and I'm gone.
That's
and it was like, nah. So I was like, you know, so that don't happen often, but at the same time, it's just more so saying that I'm just gonna keep my standard, no matter what, you know what I'm saying, and then you know, and again, I'm learning how the TV world works, like and acting. I'm kind of gaining a little bit of flexibility in like just on what I would do. I was thinking like scenarios because you know, what if you get booked for a role and it's like a cussing role, but the movie is like one of those movies where you're just playing a character, so they want you to kind of really act out the character, because at the end of the day, that has a super dope meaning to it. Will you do it in that case? It ain't like you just out here being loose. So I had to think about that. You know, it ain't really presented itself, but if it's just me being regular, being me, and they just want me to be edgy all the time, I don't, you know. So, but
that's Tyler Perry calling. He's like, I want you to be in this show, but I want you to take your shirt off.
oh, should I take that shirt off right now? For $45, I might get on.
Oh, that reminds me of that tissue video you did when you was dancing.
Y'all gotta understand. Look, you know, for me, I try to. I mean, there's no limit in regards to like without it, and I'm crazy, you know. But to the point where I'm degrading myself. Yeah. Well, I take my show tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like there is an integrity piece. Yeah. That you know you have to have. You know what I'm saying? But it's an interesting thing.
That's what's up, man. So I mean, you kind of going into my next question when you mentioned that. My next question for you is who are some of the people that you would like to work with in the near future, man?
Work with, you know, I'm a huge Steve Harvey fan. Sure. You know, just because he I love his ability to be naturally funny, and then he's so smooth doing it. You know, I love the Sinbad and the whole nine. It's really hard to say. When you in stand up, for me, I'm always alone. I'm always on stage with myself, so I'm not used to sharing the stage. Not a lot, especially with doing churches. We only got a budget for one.
Yeah.
But work with or even meet, your Jamie Foxx, I met Ricky Smiley before. But yeah, your Steve Harveys and your Sinbads, that'll be really cool, for in my book. Those are the people who really make me laugh. I love that comedic genius. So yeah, that's that.
Cool. That's what's up, man. Oh man, this is amazing. This is coming up to that last question, bro. I don't want to leave, but
right.
But last question for you, man. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Speaking to the prophetic you.
So when I'm 35 now, so 40. So that'd be 40. Ooh, good Lord, be 40, Lord. Really, 5 years now, in demand, and ownership is everything for me right now, and kind of moving into that, like everything ownership. So being able to I can tell my son trying to come in. But I think ownership is the biggest thing, being able to be in a position of where I got my own team of folks, that I'm able to, I want to be able to financially take care of not only myself and my family, but others. It's great. A team is phenomenal, but to be able to pay your team is a whole nother level. And I'm talking about pay them their worth. And so I think that's the biggest thing for me. So everything that you see me doing now, I just want it bigger and better. So I don't think too much changes in regards to what it is that I want to do. I'm already doing stand-up, but I want to do tours, but I want to do bigger tours. I'm already doing content. I want to do bigger content. I want to do more consistent content, more quality content. I want to be able to do brand partnerships with even bigger brands, and I think the biggest thing, like I said, is ownership, being able to, I see myself being able to take my team on a retreat, bring your family too. We're in Cancun doing our Shrop comedy retreat. And this is your way of vacation. I know how work was. I know how the work environment was. What if I can hire people and create a new norm for you?
Yeah.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And what if I can do something to help it, like you're working for me, but also you have an entrepreneurship concept about what it is that you do. Yeah. So let's say the young lady who's even working with me today, she does hospitality. What if I'm able to create a hospitality brand for her?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be able to pour in there. So I think that's the biggest thing. It's just, not only I'm winning, but my team winning too in their lives and in their individual family. They'll keep creating a great network of that. That's what I see in 5 years, awesome. Within that. So yeah.
Power to you. My hat's off, Doc, man.
Come on. Come my edge up. Man, I can't take mine off. My edge up.
You and me both. That's why I got this hat on real tight.
Into the side. I said, oh, what we I was in the mirror like, oh, dude. They're like, Shrop, I see you rocking them hats. It ain't by
I get it. I'm about to go get my cut after this interview.
I'm nervous.
Right, I gotta get my hair rebraided. I gotta do all that stuff. So yeah, it's
all good. We all got hats together.
But I'm about to start wearing do rags out here. Do rags in church. Like what it do, Lord? What it do, Lord?
You got to create a whole new character for that.
Man, look, I'm working on a character now called Do Rag Tommy, man. And so
I love it.
Do Rag Tommy, he hilarious, man. He used to be a 4-star athlete in high school, but no one told him that. And he still think he got it. So he do it, and he walk around with a slim down. So yeah, Do Rag Tommy, we're working on him, man. So,
I love it, man. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, Shrop, I want you to talk a little bit about. I know this is kind of a one-off question, but just a little bit to let people know you're doing the Shrop, to promote with Shrop. You know, if anyone wants to do any promotions with you, how can they get in contact with you and everything like that?
Yeah, the cool thing, man, Promote with Shrop, it came up top of this year. And we're basically just building and promoting brands and businesses. You know, we were just doing it just to leverage our numbers. We saw we had a really cool, consistent following, and like, hey, how can I help? More so, honestly, smaller brands that probably don't have the numbers that they really want, and all they need is the exposure. So I said, well, let me use my platform to be the exposure, and it really turned into something even bigger. To where we're able to even now do brand partnerships with companies. And so create, the biggest thing is taking off is the skits that we're doing for brands and just creatively talking about them in a creative way where you don't even realize we're selling you a product. You know, you just think it's a skit. Then at the end of the day, like, yo, I do need my house clean. You know what I'm saying? You know, we did a funeral home. You know, I was like, I don't know how in the world we're gonna do no promotional video of a funeral home. But Hope at the end of it was like, Lord, I'm ready to die. I'm ready. I think I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go with that casket. I'm ready to go. You ready to roll? You ready to roll? So, but no, it was so much great response to that. And even, you know, people saying like, man, you know, we just had I just buried my mother and it was a fiasco. But man, I wish I had this services here. I'll really will keep them in mind, you know, if something, you know, were to transition our family. I'm like, yo, that's what's up. So we just been creating content with that. So Promote with Shrop. We put out at least probably 2 videos a week that kind of focus on promoting a brand or a business. And I've been trying to really push now because of what's happening now. Bigger brands are seeing that. And then, you know, and when Lysol get the collar up,
come on,
you know, right. I don't know who y'all is. I don't know what your little small business does. You know, but that's why I was like, man, let's get it in now because I am seeing a shift. I'm seeing something's happening in a great way. And I was like, man, we're on to something. And then that's what started the food reviews by promoting a couple of chefs. And then we saw the numbers in the food review were like crazy. Man. And I'm like, oh, we own to something. Yeah. So we got a food review show too. Yeah. I was like, oh wow. So we're gonna do it's called Shrop It Up. So we're gonna do a food review show. And we're actually working on that. Like I'm leaving here. I gotta go eat some oxtails in about 11:30. You know, I'm like, I love this job. But also I love my Peloton. That's why we got the Peloton. We got Peloton over here. I gotta do a few miles in that thing. But yeah, Promote with Shrop. If you got a brand, if you have a business, holler at me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for taking time and just being a part of us today, man. This was amazing, man. If you guys missed it, too bad. You gotta wait for it to come out because you know he dropped a lot of great nuggets and a lot of great gems. For those who woke up and was with us this morning, you were blessed, and for those who are with us via Instagram, man, you being blessed as well. But Tim, man, I hats off to you, man. I believe that what you're doing is just phenomenal. You know, it started with that vision that God gave you, and you are really. It reminds me of the talents. You know, you're taking your talents. You're not burying them in the earth. Right. You're actually doing things to multiply your talents and to multiply your gift, and to give other people other shots and other things, and to expose them to things too. You know, not everybody has that heart or that mindset to help or to look back. And I believe that God is going to definitely openly reward you for the things that you're doing, man, because it just shows your heart, your true heart, and your true character and who you are. And so, man, I appreciate you, man. I really do from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. Marcus, do you want to add anything before we close out?
Man, I'm just appreciative and I'm a fan, bro. Continue to do what you're doing, bro, and you know, make us Black men, Christian men, keep looking good and helping and collaborating, man. Keep doing what you do because it's an inspiration, and so many people are going to get to watch this and see a different side of you, which I enjoyed. You know what I mean? You're a preacher. Okay, on the low. You a preacher.
Hey, man, in my daddy and my granddaddy fault, man.
I hear. I mean, you dropped
their fault, man. I told him I preach. He's like, no, stay on stage. Stay on stage.
Yes, sir. Everybody, please subscribe. Look at this, man, and see some of the great wisdom he has given. He's not just talking about it; he's doing it. And that's what we all have to get into, that mode of doing it and helping one another. And not only that, he's building the kingdom, y'all. He's building the kingdom in a different type of way. So regardless of what God has given you, if God gave it to you, go for it. You have nothing to lose. And like he mentioned earlier, even if you got to work your 9 to 5, don't quit your job, because we're not telling you to do that. Don't be coming and try to sue OneFaith or Tim Shrop, okay? we ain't the problem, okay? We just telling you just to go for it. Go for it, people. That's all I got to say. Thank you, Tim. For real, man.
Hey, much love, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Execution is key, man. Whatever idea that God gives you, execute it. It lies in the finishing of the idea. God will give you ideas. Finish it. That is the answered prayer. He answers. You pray, he gives the ideas. Your job to execute it. So whatever it is, people, that God has given you, execute it. You're frustrated, you're worried, you ticked off because you're like, God, why ain't this happening? Go back to the idea that he gave you. Work that thing out. You'll never know what lies in the idea. So, man, just execute it, man. Watch God do wonders, because that's what I'm seeing in my life. So, yeah.
Man. All right, so we're gonna pass the collection plate around.
And that's it. We need an offering plate. We need the offering plate, people. This junk is the preacher.
Man of God, just shut it down.
Come on here, doctor.
Hey, man.
I love it, man.
That's it. That's my life, man.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, man, I appreciate you.
Hey, proud of y'all fellas. Keep on rocking, man. Any way I can be a blessing to you guys or help in any way, man. Hey, keep on rocking it, man. Keep on doing what you're doing. Is needed. What you're doing is needed for the kingdom. Is needed for even artists or business or like myself. We need it. You know, this helps me kind of sit down and chill. We always running. So, man, thank you all for being a light. Thank you for being a breath of fresh air. So it's good to see two brothers on here rocking out as well. Continue to keep on winning, and man, just keep on doing what you do, man.
Yes, Thank sir.
Sure. Yes, to God be the glory, man. To God be the glory. For everyone that's watching, we'll see you guys later. You can always catch us. Well, we're currently at a break, but you can catch us every Wednesday when we come back. But this will drop. You'll know when it drops. Just keep an eye out. It will drop. But again, thank you so much, and we'll catch y'all on the other side. Peace, y'all.